Hey, you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome to the Unapologetically Honest Show, the show where we give our unapologetically honest opinions about our favorite shows. Today, we're here to talk about Drag Race Espana Season 2, Episode 5.
Olay.
I think it's episode 5 now, the Snatch game. But before we get into that, I must remind you to subscribe to the channel, honey.
Yes.
You know, we've been growing so much on this baby channel. I just want to keep it going.
Yes.
We're growing way faster than we did on my last channel. So, like,
right? Because we did it, we were 2 seasons in before. Well, 2 actual Drag Race seasons, not 2 seasons, because all the other ones had went, but 2 Drag Race seasons in before we finally got to the point where we were like, yeah, we're hitting 100. We're halfway there almost now.
Yeah, so thank you all for who have subscribed, and thank you for all the people who are going to subscribe. Okay, so what did we think of the Snatch game?
What the episode?
The episode.
I was like, what the F was that? What was that? No.
The episode in general was okay, but the Snatch game was just...
What was that?
No.
What was that? I don't understand.
At first I was thinking, okay, maybe because we don't know the people, but like I remember not knowing anybody for Espana 1, and it was hilarious.
That part.
So it was just like, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me go and share this screen, Henny. Share this screen all night. Okay. So we first got this disclaimer on the screen. Baby, I thought they disqualified Sharon. I was going to say, oh my God. That was my first initial thought, because when we get a disclaimer, honey, the last time we got one was for SP. And I'm like, oh God, they didn't disqualify Sharon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But no. It says, this is what they said, but it's translated here at the bottom. It says, this episode of Drag Race Spain you're about to see was filmed prior to the death of the actress Veronica Forqué, who is impersonated in the Snatch game by one of our season 2 queens. And as it is impossible to edit out this impersonation, to ensure the fairness of the competition, the show would like to offer her friends and family our love and admiration for this artist, in the hopes that her appearance on the show will bring as many smiles as she gave us throughout her life. Because you have to be true to yourself. Veronica Forqué, rest in peace. So I was like, oh, I wonder which queen is going to do it. But yeah, so I thought that was sweet that, you know, hey, we're aware that this person had passed away. We just want to let you know that our love and support goes out to the family. This is intended just to be lighthearted and fun. And from the way that they critiqued her, it seems like she had her down on point.
Hey.
So yeah. So this is right after Holta's elimination. Is messy.
Very.
She was like, I'm glad she's gone. I'm like, oh.
Well, dang.
I'm like, you know what? I kind of agree with you. Because I wasn't really vibing with her as much either, honey. Straight up said it. I'm glad she's gone. I'm like, oh. Okay. So they're looking at the message. It's being cleaned off. They sit down, and we have this moment with Onyx and Juruji basically expressing the doubt that they're having in this competition right now. I can understand it from Juruji, you know, in the bottom. Onyx, who's been low for the past couple weeks, it's just like what more can Onyx do at this point? And I kind of felt their struggles in that moment. And I'm like, oh, honey, just push through. Y'all got this. Y'all got this.
Right.
So we said congratulations to Estrella for winning her first challenge last week. And baby, these queens are horny.
Very much so, because they've been licking, sucking, and just like everything on each other. Like they are totally, completely unabashed and unashamed.
Which I live for. I'm like, live your best.
Yes.
Live your best life. I am not mad at you at all.
Yeah. Like, okay, give it to me.
That part. And then these two kissed. And look at it straight. Just watching.
Look, and she looking like, dang, can I get in on that? Can I get some?
Like, it's just like these queens are.
Because who was supposed to be the trade? I think Onyx was supposed to be the trade of the season.
I think that's what they said. Either that or Venedita. I think. And then they also mentioned Drag Sethless too.
Right. And then who was having the affair? Was it Sethless and Maxie?
It was Sethless and Onyx.
Sethless and Onyx.
Yeah. So yeah, that's them. Here they come the next day doing their little cheer. And I love that they're keeping this up from season 1. Because if you think about it, every time they walked into the workroom on a new episode, they did something different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's cute.
They spelled drag backwards, but
yeah, I don't think they realized, it looks right to them, but like on TV, they should have done it the opposite
the other way.
Yeah. But that's all right. That's all right, honey. So they're sitting there, and we realize that Sutcliffe is sitting in Hope's seat. So she's like, no, I don't want that bad juju on me, but honey, it was on you, sister. So Supreme walks into the room and announces that we're doing a mini challenge.
Woo!
And we need the pit crew again. These queens are thirsty.
But do you see what they looking at? Because if you see what I see, what they see, I can't blame them.
Oh my, it's just so funny to watch it. I love how they were in on it as well, because it would be kind of awkward if they weren't in on it.
Right.
In on it too. They were throwing in comments. This one turned to the side. I'm like, okay, I love how everybody's in on it.
It's like you see a whole moose knuckle right there.
My Jesus. But yeah.
I'm just saying.
So basically, they have to pull out a scroll out of this sack here, and they have 20 minutes to get in the quick drag and learn the poem, which I think that's not enough time.
That is not enough time. They should have let them have the paper, especially since, they was going to have included what they had included.
Yeah. So everybody came up, selected their thing, and they went and got in drag. I grabbed this screenshot because Onyx said they done gained a few pounds and can't fit the outfit no more. So Estrella and Sharon basically had the tag team to get the zippers on. And
who has an outfit that zips from your privates all the way back?
It was so funny watching them three trying to get this on Onyx.
Right, and they were like, it was like a spit roast.
They were talking about how hairy Onyx was. It was just too fun. I'm like, I just love how close everybody is to each other. Like, you don't really see that on, other variations of Drag Race. Like, you might see it later on down the line. They're like, oh, they're really close. But, like, you never see how they got so close. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I love how friendly they are. It's really entertaining to watch everybody's interactions with each other. There's no hard feelings, no hate, no nothing. They still
have the drama that we need to keep us coming in. Like, it's just...
Exactly. But it's like a breath of fresh air to watch these seasons.
Espana's becoming one of my favorite franchises. Like, even give us one more season like this, y'all. Like, I might have to put this over American Drag Race because they are really giving us
everything,
great quality television. I enjoy it.
Yes, it is pure, it is wholesome.
And for those who are complaining about subtitles, just read them. I do it, and I hate subtitles. Hate them. I hate them with a passion. With a passion. But baby, I'm like, I can't sit here and be a Drag Race reviewer on the YouTubes and not watch the seasons that require subtitles when I talk about all drag is valid. So guess what?
All drag is going to be valid today.
You heard me? Anyway, I thought this was funny. So here they are lined up. I love how the fan is covered up.
Like you couldn't tell what that was supposed to be?
Like, I would have known, like, I don't know what y'all finna do with this, but come to find out, while they're reciting their poems, the fan is being blown in their face. Not only is the fan being blown in their face, food, underwear, you name it, rose petals are all being blown on them at the same time.
He got great legs.
You do got, everybody got great legs here. Everybody, but Marina, I think it's the heels that are really pushing up them calves.
I wonder if I could pull off some heels like that.
You could. But anyway, I thought this was really fun. Again,
I love your confidence in me.
I love how Supreme gets in there and has a good
Yes.
time with them. And I think that's another thing I really enjoy seeing. The host is having a great time with the queen.
Yes, like she's enjoying herself. She's not like
every now and then we'll get a moment with RuPaul, but she never really gets in there. Like
right. She doesn't get dirty with them.
Supreme, baby, like that episode where they got the flan out, baby.
Yes, and she was like in her face, on her boobies, on her booty.
It was everywhere, and I
in her hoo-ha. Look,
it was. I love Supreme. But Onyx won the mini challenge. Woo, 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 woo. And she won 1,000 euros worth of sex toys.
Oh my God.
I'm like, out of all the queens who would win this, it would be Onyx. I'm like,
that blue one in the corner right there. I want that one. Who's the producer of these toys?
Onyx, being who they are, like, do I get that right now?
I guess to take it home now.
Like, no, honey, you gotta wait till this airs, then you get it, okay?
Okay.
But that was too funny. But then Supreme announces that this week's Maxi Challenge is Snatch Game. And let's get into it. So here are our guests this week, and then here are our contestants who are actually playing the Snatch Game. We kind of touched on it briefly, but yeah, this Snatch Game was not good.
No.
Like, there were stars. 3 of them did good. 5 of them did bad.
Yes. And one did horrendously bad.
So bad, I'm shocked she wasn't up for elimination.
That part.
Because I don't agree with Onyx being there, but we'll get there. We will get there. But yeah, before we get into how they individually did, let's meet Jadette, who is giving me very Kim Kardashian vibes. And from the description, I guess she's their version of Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're stunning, honey. You are.
Yes. Yeah, hopefully she's a little bit more humble than Kay.
And then we had Ava Hache. Am I saying that right? Hache?
Mm-hmm.
She was a hoot. I enjoyed her. And it's sad when these two were given the better answers than the damn contestants.
That part. Because I was sitting there and I was like, oh, my answer would have been.
And these two, I was hollering, laughing at them. But let's get into it. Up first, we have Sharon with Veronica Forqué.
As Veronica Forqué,
which is who we got the disclaimer on at the beginning of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, she did an amazing job.
She did. Now, I don't even know who the heck that person is.
I knew this character.
Mm-hmm.
She was the only one that I laughed out loud at to. Everybody else, I kind of, but I laughed out loud for her. Like, it's just like she did such a good job. She did such a
and I appreciated the fact that she like tried to include the people around her to get them to bring out more.
That part, even when it wasn't on her, you see her in the background interacting with people. That moment between her and Juruji when she was pouring the drink for her, like, that was so funny to me. And like seeing her reactions to other people's answers was just like it. She did such a good job.
Yes.
This is who Veronica was, because the way they were talking, Sharon had her down.
Yes.
If that's who Veronica was, she's definitely a lively person and she's definitely going to be missed.
Mm-hmm.
But she did such
I think that was a beautiful tribute to her then, if that is how she was.
Paid attention to the music playing every time she was on the screen as her character. It was one of those, it was like that remembrance music playing behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I like what they did there. You're making it obvious, a little too obvious now, but I like what you did there. I like it. So up next, we have Juruji, who is Isabel from La Vianza de Valencia. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
She's the neighbor of Valencia.
Yeah. Because I remember her and Onyx were kind of having a little tuk-tuk on who's going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I love when they have a little tuk-tuk. I wonder if that was really planned or, they legit brought it. Because, you know, with Trinity and Gia, you know, they plan to have that moment. So I wonder if they plan to have that moment here. Anyway, she started off rough.
Yes.
But she got it there by the end. I'm like, okay. Okay. It was a little at first.
It was a little stiff at first.
But she got it. She got it. She got there. She got there.
Yes.
Up next is Van Adida as Miguel Bose. Again, started off rough. But
got there eventually.
Got there. And I'm like, okay, I got to give it to y'all because the way it looked like, I'm like, oh, Lord, we're having the season 14 moment.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, Lord. And I
still that's how I read it, too.
And I still think more than 2 people should have lip synced in this episode. But because if you think about season 1, they had no issue making 3 queens lip sync. No issue. So I'm like, you could have made 3 or 4, maybe 5, all 5 of them because they were terrible. But hey, got there eventually. Good job, Van Adida. Up next is Onyx as Juana La Loca.
Yes.
I felt like she had the character down. It wasn't funny. But I don't know who this person she's trying to interpretate here, but I felt like I knew who this person was. It's just the jokes weren't funny. I felt like
they did not land.
I'm like, I felt like they had the character down, so I was really confused on why they were being so harsh when there were some people I feel like didn't have the character down.
At all.
Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get to. Do you agree with what I said with Onyx? I don't want to. Okay. Here's one. Marina. She was Antonia Delate. Apparently, she's like Donna Versace. That's all I know about this queen. And I didn't feel like I knew this character
at all.
I didn't know this character. I didn't.
And she wasn't on screen very much.
And she was not funny at all.
No.
And I agree, she wasn't on the screen much, which makes me think she did worse than what they're trying to
show,
but didn't want to put her in the bottom. Because I'm gonna say it now. I feel like her and Onyx should have switched. If there was gonna be a bottom 2, I feel like her and Onyx should have switched. Or we could say Sethless and Onyx should have switched. Because baby, this Carmen Lamona was terrible.
Yes.
Like, what is this?
Carmen Lamona.
And like just hearing the voice for the other character, I'm like, that would have fit so much more for you, Carmen. I mean, for you, Sethless. It's just like, honey, like, and Supreme told you, like, that's not that funny, and you still did it.
Right. That's like doing that with RuPaul, and RuPaul tells you, like, yo, you know, maybe try something different, and then you do everything but.
Yeah, this was just as bad. I did not know the character, and it was not funny at all.
This is horrible. This is embarrassing.
And then we had Estrella Estravaganza as Paquita Salas from Paquita Salas, which I think is not fair that she got to do a character. Because it's been very well known on other franchises that they can't do characters. Now, you can do the actor it's based on. Like, say, if you want to do Cookie Lines, you could do Taraji P. Henson and just act like Cookie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, y'all should have made her portray the actress who actually played this character, but just still did this. You know what I'm saying? It still wasn't funny. It still wasn't funny.
No.
Yeah, I thought that was weird because they've made a point for that in the past to make sure they're not naming it the character due to copyright, unless they were able to get the copyright for this. I don't know.
Right.
I wouldn't have gone through the struggle, not for this garbage, honey. This baby, I thought Estrella was going to kill Snatch Game. I'm like, oh, she might get her second win today, honey. No. I was very disappointed.
In all of them.
And yeah, it was just, there's been worse Snatch Games, but this was a pretty bad one.
Yes.
This was a pretty bad one. But the ones who did good did really good, and I want to give them their props. Like Juruji, Sharon, Van Adida, like y'all did such a good job. It's just like the other five really
brought the whole thing down.
Yeah. Yeah, and I hate it. I hate it because I love these queens. I can't tell you the last time I loved majority of these of the queens on a season. I love these queens. And like it really hurt to see my favorites struggle
the whole time.
Goodness gracious. But we're finna hit the runway. Up first, we have Supreme. Honey, what the hell she got on?
I don't know. The outfit's okay. It's tolerable. It's that wig.
It's bulky. You can't see her shape. Like
her.
Like it's just, and I hate to hate it because this is my favorite color.
Right?
But yeah, the makeup and the hair. Ooh, that's right.
I don't like any of it.
I like this.
I don't like it.
But the dress, I'm like, Supreme, honey, what's going on here? What's this? I don't like it.
Garbage bags.
Garbage bag couture, honey. But yeah, I did not particularly care.
That should be a category on RuPaul's Drag Race.
I'm shocked it hasn't been already.
Right, especially after Alaska.
Mm-hmm. So we have Javier Ambrosi, Anna Locking, Javier Cavo, the usuals.
Yes.
And then we also have Maria Leon, which I really enjoyed her in this episode.
She was a good extra host.
She was. Like, she was giving good critiques. I enjoyed her during the lip sync. Like, I like her. Bring her back. Bring her back.
She's allowed to come back.
She's allowed to.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
We get some people in here who are just here for a check, but I like her. Bring her back. Bring her back. So the category is Spanish dolls. So I didn't get nothing for this because I'm not familiar with too many Spanish dolls. I was gonna try to do like an American doll, but I was like, we can have one. We're not from Spain. We'll just let them have this one, okay?
Right, because I mean, like, if we were gonna do an American doll, then I would just do Abby, the American doll.
I would do Barbie. Barbie's black friend. I forget Barbie's black friend's name.
Kenya.
I would do Kenya. I would. But let's start off with Marina. I don't like this look.
She looks like Jimbo.
She kind of does. Like, I wish I could see the reference because, I'm not familiar with the dolls in Spain. But
she made her own doll, is what she said.
Got you. I must have missed that. God, thank you. But yeah, I did like how she took the things off and stick them here. I'm like, okay, that's cute. That's cute. But overall, this is a boot.
Got great thighs, though.
Oh, come through thighs. Come through.
Very muscular thighs.
Up next is Diamante.
I'm so glad I didn't put her in my top 4.
I don't like this look. And I hate that I have to be this way. I hate that I'm like this with Espana. I've never been like this with Espana before. But, oh God, it was so bad.
And I'm like, I'm seriously thinking she's only making it so far because she's black and they don't want to seem racist.
No, I don't think so because we'll get to the lip sync a little bit here in a minute. Baby, what the hell is this? Baby, she walked out in this. I'm like, go put your outfit on. I thought maybe it revealed into something. I'm like, oh, okay, cute. Now reveal.
No, that was it.
That was it.
I mean, I guess it was supposed to be making a statement, And,
I like the idea of it. I do, but I don't think it was executed properly. Now, I thought this was cute. The judges kind of read this for a second.
Right.
I thought this was cute. I'm like, out of all the people, this give me doll.
Yeah.
I thought this was cute. Is it the best? No.
No.
But it was cute. Up next is Sharon. At first, I really thought this was it. I'm like, this is cute, especially if it's referencing like an actual doll. But I'm like,
funny thing is, I low-key knew what the heck she was referencing with this when she just kind of sat there.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's the toilet paper roll.
But then a reveal happened and we got bam.
Yes, and then we got Hercularock.
You know, this is cute. This is cute. It's a little costumey, but I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it. I'm like, come on, warrior princess. I said it at the same time. I think it was Maria who said it. I said at the same time she said it. I'm like, come on, warrior princess. I live. I live.
Yes. And on point.
On motherfucking point. I didn't even know.
Literally and figuratively.
I didn't even know she did ballet. Baby, she came out in this. I'm like,
I thought it was a heel at first, and then I looked and I was like, oh no, she's on point.
I noticed it from the start. I'm like, okay. Okay. This is my favorite look of the week. I'm just saying this right here, right now. 10s out of 10s, 10s across the board. Amazing. Up next is Van Adida. I don't know why I have an issue saying her name. Van Adida is up next. I'm like, okay, you can tell reveal's coming.
Right.
And then I was like, I see what you did here. I see what you did here. I like it. I like it. She
is a doll that comes with accessories.
She's a doll and she comes with all her accessories, honey.
Yes. With a tag, mind you. Made in Spain.
Come on. And then up next we have Estrella. And I'm like, okay, she's an actual doll. I'm like, this has to reveal into something. This has to. And it does. It reveals into doll. I don't like the makeup.
Right.
But everything else is cute.
Mm-hmm.
The makeup just wasn't it for me. I'm not sure if that's actually referencing an actual doll that has a heart on their face.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a Care Bear, because I think Care Bears have hearts on their face. I think.
No.
They don't?
It's the stomach.
Oh, it's on the stomach. Okay. But yeah, other than the star on the face, I thought this was cute. So I've already mentioned how Juruji's my favorite, and I think you agreed, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. So we find out that Marina and Estrella is safe. Mm-hmm. I would have done a 5-way lip sync this week, but hey. So our tops this week were, they're all on this side right here, Sharon, Juruji, and Van Adida. Our bottoms are Sethless, Diamante, and Onyx.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with this placement. I do.
Yes.
Honestly, I think I would have switched out Onyx for Marina because, like I said, I understood the character. There was just no jokes.
Right.
But seeing this, I'm like, okay, I can agree with this top and bottom. Now there's some tomfoolery going to happen here in a minute. Sharon won. Completely okay with that. Congratulations on your second win. But our bottom two is Diamante and Onyx.
Right.
I really thought it was going to be Sethless and Diamante.
Yes, because I think Sethless did worse than.
Yeah. Even you could even have Marina down here, but I've said that several times. So seeing Onyx here, I'm like, baby, they're trying to send this queen home.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to send this queen home. Why? Why? Because we knew Diamante can turn up. But let's go ahead and get into this lip sync. They lip sync to Arasando by Thalia. And honey,
Thalia.
Baby, they turned it out. Baby, Onyx impressed me. I know I was expecting this from Diamante, but Onyx, baby, she kept up and was and given the comedy. She was giving everything. She was giving the comedy version. And I was really entertained by this lip sync. So far, the best of the season.
Right.
What did you think of this lip sync?
I agree with everything you said, honestly.
Now, here's the part I want to point out. This screenshot right here was when Diamante stopped lip syncing. There was like 10 to 15 seconds where Diamante stopped lip syncing.
I did see that.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, Diamante's gonna go. I'm like, okay. We saw this coming. We knew she wasn't gonna make it to the end. So when I saw her stop lip syncing for a second, I'm like, oh, she's gonna go. Like, how you just gonna stop lip syncing like altogether? At least Silky did the little hand thing while she did her drink to make it look like her hand was doing the lip syncing. She just straight up stopped, and she was just like, and then she picked it right back up. I'm like, oh, she's gonna go. But baby, this was a great lip sync. I was entertained thoroughly. Entertained thoroughly. Entertained thoroughly. Even two of the judges, Anna and Maria, stood up, honey. They were like, baby, we gotta give them a round, okay?
The full props.
The full props, honey. I was like, yes, yes. So they hugged it out, and then the judges voted. She's counting the votes. Diamante, Shantae,
you stay.
And again, I do not agree with this. I don't. I'm sorry. Onyx lip synced the whole time. And Diamante, although she did a good job, she just didn't lip sync for 10 seconds of it. Honestly, at one point, I'm thinking this could be a double Shantae.
I thought so too.
I'm sitting like, this could be a double Shantae. This would be the first time Espana did one. But no, they kept Diamante. And I love you, sister, but honestly, I would have sent you home. I would have. And I'm so heartbroken that Onyx is gone, especially because she already has a win.
Right.
And I'm like, she was a front runner in my eyes. So it's just like seeing her go just really, I got sad. I really just sat there for a minute. I'm like, damn.
Oh, I love that rose gold wig.
It's just like that. It really hurt. It really hurt. Oh, that's all stars. That's all stars. Yep. Over there. Yeah, we had to say goodbye to Onyx. I don't agree with that. But hey, she had a great run, and this opens up the door. If she wants to do Versus the World, I can see her coming in and getting like a Jimbo, come in and slay, and possibly get sent home because she's competition. Honestly, I'm serious. Like, I can see every All-Stars, American, International. There's rumored that there's going to be a Drag Race UK All-Stars next year. They're going to shoot it next year. So it's just like, I can see if they're going to do a top two and they're going to vote, or even they do a legacy style lip sync, they're going to play the game from here on out.
Right.
I see that from them. I see that from anybody. But yeah, I really hate that Onyx left. And next week is a ball too. She would have ate that up. She would have ate up the ball. And you got to give a 10th century, a 20th century, and a 30th century look. Which
that 30th century would have been.
That 30th century, honey.
Yes, because I saw.
I don't know.
I saw that.
But can she sew? Can she put together an ensemble? That we don't know, and we would have found out next week. The 30th century look they're gonna have to make theirs. The other ones they brought with them.
Right.
So it's just like, But yeah, I feel like Onyx went home too soon.
I think the alien dynamic is not something that they are ready for. But the thing is, it's not like that was something she gave you every week. She switched it up.
And that's another thing I gotta give her props. Like you said, she switched it up. She gave variety, honey.
Yes, because a lot of queens don't do that. They're like, no, my aesthetic is this. And I'm not like Dusty Ray had the little dots and kept them till she left.
No, I'm sorry, I disagree. Michelle made her change it, and literally that episode she listened.
And that episode she changed it. She went home.
Honestly, when I see something makeup wise, I don't want it. That's you.
Yeah,
that's you. So it's just like, yeah, it's nice. Like with Onyx, she didn't have to switch it up, and I still would have lived because Hugasio never switched it up, and we still lived.
Right.
We still lived. And that's another thing about Sethless as well. Like she's switching it up too with the heels because she could just give those super high,
tall, statuesque
style heels. And be like, this is my drag. And part of me, the only time I feel like they need to change that up is when they're doing challenges like the Rusical, Snatch.
Yes.
stuff like that. That's the only time I expect for them to change up. But with
Yes.
Dusty, I don't agree because I feel like Michelle was extremely harsh on the dots just for her to switch it up and then get sent home.
That part. Well, I'm not saying like I agree with her going home. I'm just saying like, you know, you don't switch it up and then that's what ends up happening the moment you do.
Another situation like that is Max with the gray hair. I personally like the gray hair. But Michelle was bitching about it. She switched it up and got sent home that exact episode.
Right. Or like Holland 1, where, you know, the bearded one, I forgot her name.
Madam Fierce?
No, wasn't it like Eminem? It was a Madam something.
No, hold on, I'll tell you real quick. I have the rosters pulled up. It is Madam Madness.
Yes. The moment she shaved her beard off, gone.
But yeah, they never really pushed her to shave the beard. They were just telling her to up her game, and she was like, you know what, I'm just going to shave my beard off. That's not the upping we were talking about, man. But anyway, next week is the ball. I'm super excited. Again, although this was not the best episode, I'm still super excited. And I know they're finna slay next week.
Yes.
I'm gonna have my popcorn ready.
Well, I don't eat popcorn because the post-COVID traumatic.
Well, I haven't had popcorn in a while, so I was just making a moment like ready there with my food.
Look, I'll be there with my Twizzlers and my soda pop in hand.
Oh, honey, but before we go, I want to remind everybody to once again subscribe. I appreciate everybody who is subscribed and everybody who's going to subscribe.
Yes,
this baby channel is growing faster than what I expected it to, so I'm extremely thankful, extremely grateful. So if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to, you can hit that little bell notification as well, so you can be notified when we upload. Because right now we currently don't have like a set time because we are both so busy. Yeah. But hey, you never know. We might get enough people in here. We might get a set time. Okay. Okay. But anyway. Let's go ahead and wrap things up here. LaCresha, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Cresha McGill, that's CRESHAMCGILL, on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see y'all next week. Be great.